So I did this part right. You get a small chain here. I messed up because did my I messed up because my I didn't destroy that ship. See, I should have destroyed the ship before it shot and gone over to the one on the right. So I kind of get myself in a bad situation here. Yeah, see, that stuff's not supposed to be there on the right. But just kind of dodged it and went with like a backup. So I'm off route here, but I can still get this cancel. And now I can get back on route, more or less. So yeah, that's where I'm supposed to be right now. You shoot this thing about 4 times, and then destroy it when there's a lot of shit on the screen to get the cancel. So I think at my best, I have like 35 million at the end of this stage. It also kills me because the needles are random and you can get trapped, or they can just be hard to dodge. I dropped this chain here, but I didn't really care. It's like 61 hits. I was just happy I survived the needles. So yeah, normally I want to be at about like 30 million here. Maybe a bit more. The needles kind of vary a lot. So I go down here to destroy that compartment in the middle. And then focus on that turret. Then ideally I want to destroy the other compartment in the middle, but I had to move because of the pattern, and I didn't want to be like too stubborn about it and kill myself. I don't destroy the top turrets in the first loop intentionally because it makes the blue pattern harder, and this boss still kills me sometimes because of this pattern. Yeah, see, it's kind of actually could have gone in the middle here, but I dodged around, so I probably missed some hits. But I was just kind of like playing it safe. Yeah, this one is hard to see because there's no gap in the middle, so I had to make like these narrow dodges. But I made it. Yeah, it's not fun. It doesn't happen that often. I went too fast here. So when this part happens, I should be like tapping shot and waiting on every single one of these tanks, but I destroyed like 2 at once. So then you tap shot on each of these small tanks, and I did it too fast because that turret didn't have time to spawn before my chain timer dropped. Also, I mess up here because I wanted to destroy that turret and then laser the building while it was still invincible and hold my laser on it without destroying it. But yeah, I miss it there. Okay, so this is important. That last Zacho I destroyed, that's the last one you want to destroy before you move over to the left and get these turrets. And you just want to tap shot here, very slowly, and laser the building. Then the laser hits this ship, and then you move over and laser the left ship for a split second, then switch back to shot to get the shot kill so you get the chain meter. See? I also messed up here because that small turret at the bottom, I didn't kill it with my aura, so I have to like dodge that now and deal with it, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. And this part's tricky, of course. So I reveal the B as soon as I can see it, and then I slowly laser over to the left and get those 2 tanks, and then go right down to the top middle. Then you shoot this once with laser and immediately switch to shot and tap shot to pick off 3 of these tanks. 1, 2, 3, laser. And you want to be all the way on the... For some reason with this section, if you're all the way at the bottom left, it doesn't misdirect the turret, but if you're a little bit higher up like here, it will misdirect it. And then it's important here to laser the power-up carrier and this pod, and then only one of the turrets. Immediately switch to shot, kill both those. Then this tank spawns, then you laser the bee. This part, I usually count the amount of hits if I got the whole chain, because it should be about 276. But if I miss the chain, I kind of estimate and just kind of have like a sense of when to do it. So you laser this bee, slowly move to the right, and then cut back using shot, laser that bee, and then immediately move to the left. And I kind of do this in a weird, janky way that other people don't, but it works for me. It's important not to move too far to the left too fast on that one because those tanks will block your laser. I mean, you cut through them pretty fast, but it still can make it so you don't destroy the ship fast enough. I almost screwed myself there because I moved to the right too fast and didn't destroy that guy, but I just came back really quickly and got it. It's important to reveal the bee and kill those trash cans, but I missed one of them, but it's okay. Misdirect here. Then I just switched to shot here to kill this Zacho and stream over. Okay, this link is hard, so I go all the way to the left and take these out like one at a time. And see, I got scared and moved over to the power-up carrier. I should have stayed on the tank and then gone to the power-up carrier, then the last tank, and that would have let me make the link. So, at best, I can get about 675 hits in this stage. So I missed some from those 2 drops. I always line up with that line in the middle right. I line my ship up with that. And I wait for 4 of these waves, move to the right for 2, move to the left for 2. Then I always check to make sure that the boss's health is lined up with the last line of the last H. And for some reason, you tend to miss the glitch if he's not like higher up on the screen. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I actually learned that from Mark. That's like one of the only things I still use that I learned from him. Yeah, I'm gonna just skip through this. The customary bathroom break. You lose some hits if you do that. I think without doing that, the average amount of hits I get is 113. But with doing it, I get like, well, we'll see. It's a good spot to pause and take a break, though. The boss hits don't matter that much. So I mess up here. So I think I moved too... No, I got it. But no, I mess up here. So this is like a really fast thing. So you just switch to shot and then immediately switch to laser, but I miss it. So I miss like 17 hits or something. I always wait till I see the top of this third tank when I'm like moving. I try to set it up that way because see I can hit it. Move all the way here, switch to shot. I had to dodge around these. I was kind of worried it was going to drop, but it didn't. And then here, I think I missed some hits because I used laser instead of shot, but probably not much. Okay, so this part, I intentionally, well, I guess we're watching this again. I intentionally wait here a minute to laser some of those turrets because there can be a hard dodge coming up if I don't. You want to switch to shot here. Yes, see, they would be right at the bottom and they would make this dodge harder. I go up and then come back down. That middle tank should have been destroyed, but I just had to dodge around it. And on the right, I'll be able to get the maximum bonus that usually happens here. Yeah, it really is. Okay, so for this link, damn, this thing goes back too far. So I go over there, go back all the way to the left to destroy that turret, and then I destroy both those two first tanks with shot, and then I pick them off one at a time. 2 sets, and then immediately kill them and move up. You want to destroy those, all the ones with the left too. And I made a mistake because I didn't destroy the farthest right one, but it's okay. So I move a little bit to the right, and I count 3 of those ships, and then go up, get the B, go as high as I can on the right, and then slowly tap down. This part's really hard. So I wait for all those and laser them. Then I don't want to go too far to the left, because I want to make sure that my shot destroys the power-up carrier so it doesn't block my shot. And then there's this part. Just kind of stream over and it kills most of those. Same thing here. I make a mistake here. I was too slow, so this thing is going to get to shoot. So I just had to kind of dodge around it. I got lucky I didn't die. And there's misdirecting the waves here. So that was sloppy. I was lucky I didn't die there. I also destroyed that a little bit too early, but it's okay. So here's ground sealing. And you want to misdirect that to the left a little bit. I kind of got lucky there again, because I did that in like kind of a sketchy way. That link is kind of hard. It's like not really worth it that much, but I'll go for it if it's like safe, but if it's looking dangerous, I don't. That's hard. I like 4, 5, and 6 all. I like all of them a lot. They're all fun to me, except for stage 3 and 1 in the first loop. Stage 3 is fun at the needles and at the boss, but the rest of it's kind of boring. So, I always do this where I go all the way over to the left before he shoots, because it seems to usually give you enough time. I move too fast and you destroy some of those pods, so I have to switch to shot. There's some randomness here where the missiles shoot, so you just have to move around them. The scary part is getting off, but it's not really that scary or anything. I didn't damage him as much as I would have liked to, so this doesn't happen very often, but yeah, this spam stays on the screen like way longer than I thought it would, because those pods are like blocking my shot, but it turned out okay. Yeah, I don't really know which one's my favorite. There's I like a lot of them. So I think I'm about like 10 million behind at this point. Because I normally have about 120. This first part I just do survival because I just can't do this chain consistently enough, and it's like really risky survival wise. So I just kill stuff as fast as possible. This part's really scary, right here, to chain it. I could never really get it down, so it's not worth going for right now. This part I can do, so what you do is you laser these tanks. They have two phases. So there's the second phase. Those blue bullets are destructible. And I could use shot here, but I just killed it because it's pretty risky. But I do chain after this. Right there. Oh. Wait. I moved forward, not back. Okay, so you want to destroy that power-up carrier that carries the bomb, and then go all the way to the left, but you don't want to destroy that last power-up carrier. You want to go over and reveal these bees, and then use shot to finish off that power-up carrier. Right here I paused for a second, destroying that last tank, because I wanted to give myself enough time to link into the bee and be able to connect. This is just streaming and making sure you kill those green ships. And this is the hard part coming up. So you did... Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so right here you want to destroy those right pods, the two of them. Go all the way to the left, destroy all this crap. And you want to just be making sure you're killing all these bees. And I take out all three of these, then cut back, and you misdirect that. And you have to make sure that that last bee I killed, that you kill him or he'll wall you. And you just stream back over. And yeah, again, just making sure to kill all those bees. This part's pretty easy. I just make sure all those tanks at the bottom are destroyed, and then go all the way to the right to restream. This part I drop the chain sometimes, but I don't really care that much. I just kind of want to survive at this point. And I definitely drop the chain here and just do it survival. So I think I did this in kind of a janky way. Normally I'll stream to the right using shot, and then when those bees appear, I'll laser them. But I had to kind of dodge and see that that guy that I missed tried to shoot me while he was at the bottom. So I just laser these guys, and then laser the tanks. And then ground seal these and laser them, and then point blank these. Yeah, I don't bother with like the really difficult links in this stage. It's just not worth it for me. I need to like practice them a lot more. So there's a lot to talk about with this boss. With this first pattern, I just line up all the way on the right and stream. Yeah. I do a pretty good job for most of it though. Okay, so this pattern has three different variations. So you stay on the left and I go up a little bit, and I'm waiting to see if he goes to the left or the right. If he goes to the left, I'll slowly stream down to the bottom and then stream to the right. If he goes all the way to the right, I just follow him over there and then go back to the left. So he went to the right, so I just reacted. And just slow. You want to move pretty slowly because you want to give yourself space so you don't wall yourself. This one, you kind of line up in that middle part, and you see where he moves and kind of follow him. And then the blue bullet should kind of stay in the middle. This one, I try to get somewhere around there, and you just kind of have to react to it. It's a pain in the ass, and it can be really hard. And this is a repeat of the first pattern. And this one, I just try to line up on the left with that turret, and I'll move down slowly to dodge two of the waves, and then start doing the box. So that part's right. That's right. It's going well. Yeah, I just got caught. But I should have been able to dodge that, like it wasn't anything crazy. So I go ahead and use one bomb here, because I don't want to risk dying again, and plus you get more score for using the bomb on his red health anyway from the boss hits, so I just kind of cut my losses. And after this, I was thinking about how my first loop score was pretty good, and I was at low power, so my 2-1 route is different. So I end up using a lot of bombs in this stage, just because I kind of want to just make sure I get back to full power and don't die again. So you're going to see some like scrubby stuff here, so get ready. Because the shot being so much weaker really affects the route. Yeah, I dropped the chain there too. So I'm trying to destroy that stuff first. And yeah, I didn't bomb there. So I want to make sure I take out this tank. And this is where it's hard with low power, because normally I would just use shot and go all the way to the right, and then just use shot for most of it and get the B. But I'm trying to like slowly laser and stream over. But yeah, see, I missed some, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna bomb. Because I've died so many times there trying not to. And yeah, I bombed again there, because I was just like, well, fuck it. I'd rather use the bombs and just kind of go all out in 2-2 than, you know, because like if I die again, I'm gonna be like super nervous and stuff. So it's just like, I'm just gonna cut my losses and use the bombs here. Because I don't like having to worry about, do I need to bomb or not, and shit like that. I'd rather just like have to do it. And I missed one of the Bs, which sucks. This guy, I just point blank him, and then you just kind of dodge this stuff. It's not that hard. You just kind of stream over. Yeah, I misaligned myself, and I was like, shit, I'm just going to use that last bomb. I'll get the hits, because I wanted to guarantee that I got the no miss bonus, because it actually matters a lot. In the first loop, it's 2 million here. So, pretty significant. My route here is different than the first loop, and it's also harder because I'm not at full power yet. So I'm kind of improvising a bit, but still doing mostly the same thing. You want to wait till that thing shoots, and then do 2 here. This part's hard in the second loop. And the chain drops here, and it's because I have the lower power shot, and I couldn't kill this in time. That would have worked at full power. So that's unfortunate. Also, something kind of janky happens here. I normally line my shot up with the where the Zacho or tanks are coming out to kill them immediately. and it should destroy this thing, like when I laser it, but it didn't destroy it because my shot's weaker. This part's hard, so you want to reveal both the bees and take out those turrets, and you kind of line up with him on his backpack and stream down, and then slowly to the right. And I was able to make it. That part's difficult though. But yeah, it's pretty much free from this point on for the stage portion. So that sucks I dropped the chain, but at least I got like 300 something hits, which is better than normal. Okay. This boss really isn't that bad until the end. It's pretty easy. So here I just want to not die and make sure I get him to just above 50%. I kind of didn't do enough damage to him because of the way I dodged, but it's okay, I got it. So there's specific ways I misdirect these to set this up, and then this one I just cut back in the middle right there. And I kind of didn't point blank him enough here, and I got scared so I moved down. And I was thinking, is like, should I just bomb? I want that end bonus, and I'm not like, I don't have max bonus or anything. So I just bombed. Second loop is pretty like scrubby, but it worked. I just wanted to like cash out, basically. What's up, Rex? So this is kind of similar to the first loop, but you just hold down shot, and you can destroy this with shot here. It is slowly stream down to keep the chain. And just slowly streaming again. You don't want these guys firing at you on the left, and you destroy this with shot to keep the chain going. This part is scary. With the helicopters. Yeah, I had to make a scary dodge. This one is like kind of like the first loop, but it's just harder and it shoots more. Now the mid-boss isn't that bad for the second player. It's a lot slower. And this is the same as the first loop. So I just try to do this like the first loop, basically. Yeah, the boss is horrible, for real. Yeah, I kind of had to flail here and like get back on a route. But this is worth a shitload of points. So I want to wait as long as I can to spawn that. See, I had to destroy the ship early because I messed up. So I just bomb here. And luckily it didn't destroy that last ship, so I get another cancel here. It's the same as the first loop, just harder. This part, getting on the ship, is really hard in the second loop, because you'll see I have to make kind of a sketchy dodge there. I don't think they do. Doesn't seem like it. So I got a shitload of score just from the needles. Often I died there in the second loop, but I managed to make it. So I have like a lot more lives than I normally do. Normally the mistake I make in the second loop is I'll die like in the first loop somewhere, and then in the second loop I'm going to be like, I'm just going to go for my route, so I'm going to try to do everything, and I don't use bombs, and then I end up dying more. So I'm kind of glad I played it safe. Now this part's interesting. So you want to set on this turret, that way you're hitting the turret with your aura and you're hitting the left or the right compartment with your laser, but you don't want to break that compartment yet, but you do want to break the turret. Fortunately, the turret has less health. So you sit on it, and you just kind of have to know the timing. And then you sit on this one and do the same thing, except this time you do want to destroy the turret and the compartment. I didn't destroy the turret, so I had to, like, adjust. And then you just sit on this turret. Move up a little bit to misdirect. And then you want to make sure you hit these two top left things to make the red spam easier. And now it's just dodging, basically. Yeah, I said fuck the bee. I don't want to die. I'm trying to move right and left to misdirect the red stuff, but at this point I'm just kind of like trying to survive. And here's the really fucked up pattern. You just want to... This one isn't that bad though, like I just found the spots where I could, you know, stay straight. So I got kind of lucky there. I accidentally destroyed one of the top turrets, so I kind of let the red stuff wall me since it gets more aggressive when there's only one. And trying to find my way back. Yeah, and I died. So close. So close. I know. I got really lucky that I dodged it as long as I did. It's very hard. This one's basically the same as the first loop, except way harder, obviously. I didn't even care about that link. I was like, I don't give a fuck, I just don't want to die. This part's different because you want to kill all those turrets on the right first. And this part's different because you can just hold shot. But that's about it. I was too fast, but it's okay. So I'd already PV'd by the time I left stage 2-3, so I was just kind of like, alright, I'm just going to get as much as I can, basically. And I felt pretty good because I had a lot of lives, but I knew I was going to lose them quickly in the last two stages. This part has an important difference where, so if you'll remember, after I destroy this ship in the first loop, I move to the left to destroy those pods, but in this one, you stay in the middle and move down slowly and switch to shot. And I skipped that B for safety reasons, and I kind of mess up here. I did this in like a janky way, just kind of got lucky. And this part is always hard for me, but I just went for it. Yeah, I moved way too far to the right too fast. And unfortunately I died with all those bombs. And I was like, well shit, now I'm off route. Everything's all fucked up. So I'm just waiting to bomb here. Yeah. And that was a good bomb. Back to back. Yeah, I think I just bomb a lot in this section because I was just like, I just want to get to the boss without dying. Because if I die... Well, actually, I guess he already changed his pattern. I didn't care about the chain or anything, I just wanted to like get through this. Because it's quite difficult. I know how to do it, but I just didn't feel consistent with it. I was scared by those trash cans. Yeah, basically. I was pretty... I was like, wow, I can actually get 200 million if I just, like, just survive, basically. This is similar to the first loop, but, you have to dodge around those things more, so I just routed it a bit differently. It's not that bad, though. Okay. Yeah, fortunately I got it. And this time I didn't use the bathroom or anything, I just killed it. And I'm glad I did, because you get quite a lot of hits, because he has more HP, I guess. Or I guess you just get like double hits on the second loop. Yeah, it was